Welcome to Lesson 3, Efficient Slurs. If you are looking for a way to build your range, be more consistent in your slotting on the various notes of your instrument in the partials, if you are looking for a way to control your air well and to teach yourself to be relaxed all over the horn, Slurs is where it's at. So let's look at slurs and what we're trying to accomplish and how to practice them. Now, in the build habits section, I'm keeping these the same as we had in the last one, efficient air. Slurs are building on that in such a way that it's important that you continue making sure that you are setting up correctly, your chops are set well, you're breathing in through your corners, and that you're not holding the air. This time, however, we're not going to stay on a note or simply go to the next note as an upper or lower neighbor chromatically or increasing in size or distance. This time we're going to be going to the next partial with the same fingering. Okay, that's a slur, and we're not going to be using our tongues, right? We're going to change notes with our airspeed and the tension of our corners here. Okay, now our changing of notes is not going to be done with a million different movements. And there are a ton of concepts out there, and you're free to explore them down the road. But before you do, just have some good solid fundamentals in place that you can rely on, because this works for everybody. If you want to be a little extra after going through this course, great. You can look up various techniques that people have in changing notes or whatever, but truthfully, the bare foundation of all of it is that your airspeed changes the pitch and you control how much is coming out of your mouth into the trumpet with your corners, with the tension of your corners. This will allow you to have a relaxed throat. And why is that? Listen, when I was younger, I tried to be a pressureless trumpet player. I literally got some rubber-coated hooks and some rope and hung my trumpet from the garage ceiling when I was probably 14, 15 years old. And so I put my hands behind my back and I would put my face up to the trumpet and it would swing all over the place. It was like bobbing for trumpets is what it was. It was not very helpful. What I wish I knew then that I knew now is the pressure has to be somewhere. Listen, you are putting pressurized air into a trumpet and something has to control that. Something has to push it out. Something has to control it so it's not just air going everywhere like Willie the Water Bug, right? Dated reference. Ask your parents. Make sure that you are blowing in such a way that the air is relaxed and this is doing the control of the air for you. And take your time, okay? You don't have to play everything in the next exercise. It's a 2-pager, it's efficient slurs that increase in range one time. What you want is to be clean and efficient and consistent. You want to make sure that you are building upon the foundation that you have been growing in the previous lessons and that there is no hurry, right? You're the player that you were yesterday, hopefully just a little bit better than you were, and you don't have to arrive tomorrow. It's okay to take your time in the practice room. Finally, so to be intentional, we're changing notes with the airspeed and corner tension, we're relaxing our throat, and we're taking our time. The concept I want you to consider as you are playing through these exercises are this. Air core drives the bus, okay? Focus on that consistent, rich, full airstream coming out through the horn. Hold that horn parallel, right, to the floor. All the air control is going to come from your chops. It's not going to come from anywhere else in your body. And consider what you're doing, kind of like a relaxed roller coaster, right? You're going down, you're going up. But as a teacher I had in college used to say, ride the air. Allow the notes to ride on this efficient air that you are producing. Okay, so let me show you a couple of examples. This is exercise number 1. It's the first page of your lesson 3 etude/exercise. And it's simple slurs. So we're trying to keep that airstream as consistent as possible and let the notes change as I control the air with my chops and alter the speed of the air just a little bit. exercise will take you through all 7 fingerings of the trumpet. And then the second page, or the exercise number 2, just simply goes up a partial. Does the exact same thing like this. Strive for an open and relaxed feeling. So that way when you're actually playing, when you're actually doing what's on the page or what's in your mind as you're improvising, whatever you're doing, whatever style you're playing, you can do so in a relaxed way that's consistent and efficient and enjoyable. And you won't have a headache after the gig either, right? And that's the nice thing. So build your habits, your chops are set, you're breathing through your corners and you don't hold in the air. Be intentional. Change notes with airspeed and corner tension, relax your throat, and take your time. Conceptually, air core drives the bus. All air control comes from here, never from here, right? And imagine a nice relaxed roller coaster riding on that core of air. All right, we'll see you in lesson 4. Happy practicing.